Hey there. Today I'm going to be doing a bit of a different video. I am on this app called News Voice. It's for independent news. You have to cite multiple sources for every story that you put up, at least two. And I read this about 4 days ago now, and it scared me a little bit that many Americans are traveling around Thanksgiving to see their families, to meet with them despite the pandemic. And when I first saw this article, it scared me, but then I read the comment section. And it is chock full of people defending the right to die and to spread a virus that has already killed 250,000 people in America alone. I can't imagine the mental health fracture society would take if we skipped holidays with families. It's called freedom. We refuse to let it go. We love our freedom and will risk our lives for it. It's called a 1% risk or less, and it goes on. And these are all getting hundreds to dozens of upvotes, and you can look through, and there are literally just a handful of comments that aren't like this, out of the dozens of comments that are proclaiming to be for freedom. And I just wanted to take apart specifically my comment, which I can hopefully find in just a second. Here I am. This comment section is scaring me. I didn't want to leave a super lengthy comment at first. And this guy, Mayor, responding, why? So I said a lot of people are more concerned about a holiday dinner than about the health and safety of their loved ones, and the COVID spike that results in a week or two is going to kill a lot of people and overwhelm hospitals even more than they're already overwhelmed. And I'm gonna have to go back into full quarantine lockdown because I don't want my parents to get sick and die, which sucks because my state has been good enough that I could see my friends for a while there, but I'm not sure it'll be safe to do that anymore. And all that really sucks. To which he responded, don't drive on the highway, someone may kill you. But just because there is already inherent risk in the world doesn't mean we should just take extra unnecessary risks, especially ones which will endanger everyone else in the country. When you drive on the highway, you're only endangering yourself, and you might be endangering a few other people in the car. But when you're careless about the virus, you're endangering everyone because you can spread it to anyone else you interact with. And if you're really, really careless, as I'm sure most people were on Thanksgiving, you can end up with too many people for our hospitals to handle. And then there isn't a 1% chance you'll die, it goes up quite a bit without the possibility of hospital care. Not to mention the risk of long-term health problems as a result of the virus, even if it doesn't kill you. How can you not see the difference between that and driving? Just stay inside and live in fear. I choose to live the way my ancestors lived, just doing it. Don't force your life choices on us. To which I responded, but don't you see how selfish of you that is? I could be living in less fear, going outside and meeting small groups of friends and remaining confident I'll be fine if the pandemic weren't spiking so much. Your life choices in this case have consequences for other people. I'm a pretty hardcore libertarian. I believe people should be allowed to do basically anything they want without interference from the government, as long as they're not hurting anyone else. But this is a pandemic. By refusing to take responsibility and contributing to the spread of COVID, you're hurting other people. Can't you see that? My body, my choice, which pretty sure he's not pro-abortions, as you'll see soon enough, so okay. But that's the problem, Mayor. It's not just your body involved, it's everyone else's body too. You can't scream, my body, my choice, in a crowded mall with a suicide bomb and blow yourself up. Obviously, that's a more extreme example, mind you, but the point still stands. Tell that to the unborn babies that are killed because mommy wanted to get laid. My body, my choice. I mean, we're not talking about abortions right now, we're talking about a pandemic. Nice pivot, I guess. Does that mean you concede that I'm right? I haven't read your statements. Honestly, I don't care what you have to say. Just stay home and let us live our lives the way we choose. The way pro-baby killers want. So, definitely not pro-abortions. I hope this keeps you up at night, wondering why all the logic seems to agree with me, and why you just have to resort to intentional ignorance and name-calling to retain some semblance of dignity coming away from this. Maybe it'll help change your dangerous opinions. I really don't care. If you're scared of death, then stay inside and hide. There is risk in living. Some of us choose to live with that risk. Leave us alone and let us choose how to live. If we get sick, oh well. If we get someone else sick, oh well. With life comes tragedy. Accept it and move on.
I want to believe that people are good. That 99.9% of people have the right intentions, have goodness in their hearts. And although there's evil in the world and atrocities happen every day, most people have the right intentions in mind and want to make a better world. But I look at comment sections like that. I look at articles about millions of Americans traveling in the middle of the worst spike in this pandemic yet to spend Thanksgiving with their families. And it makes me sad. It's really unfortunate that there are so many people who are either so vastly misguided or truly are just evil that we're going to end up with an even worse spike than we're already experiencing. Like, how insane is that? There are going to be tens of thousands of more deaths in the coming weeks. That's just a fact. Like, there are tens of thousands of people who are going to lose their lives because these people couldn't just not take a plane to see their family for 1 year in extenuating circumstances. And these people don't care. They only care about themselves, and I really want to be optimistic. I want to believe that the world is going to become a better and better place with time, that if I have children, they will grow up in a better society. And I think I still believe that. I still want to believe that, but I don't know if I can. And that's really scary. This is this is obviously a bit of a doomer video, a little more depressing than my other ones have been. You know, I got SJ to lighten the mood up front. But, you know, I guess if there are any closing thoughts I have from this, it's just that we have to constantly work for the better world that we want. When we aren't diligent, then tens of thousands of people die. And that's insane to think about. That's a number that we can't even truly grasp the magnitude of. That's football stadiums of people dying because of our selfishness. But I still believe that with awareness and with perseverance, we can still beat this. We're going to get through COVID. There's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. And hopefully we come out with all of our loved ones still with us. And for those of us who aren't that lucky, I am really sorry. All right, now say goodbye, SJ.